Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's for you, future me. Thanks. Alrighty then. Who would like to recap us?
Well, I can for sure start us off. I did not witness the end of the game. But our last session, we started at Butterskull Ranch, and Big Al was very concerned about his cow, Petunia. He told us his business depends on her, and he offered his most valuable possession if we could return her to him. So let us see here. Did note that Eve inspected the kitchen and found evidence of spell casting in it from whatever spell must have killed all of these poor orcs. She found that its origin was extraplanar somehow, but we're still not quite sure what exactly happened. So, accepting the offer from Big Al, we traveled to Coneyberry. I had, during the previous night, Bosch had found tracks leading in that direction from a cow, and we continued following them. In the town, we found a goblin who we eventually found his name was Drick. And in a roundabout manner, we found out that Drick was actually associated with Petunia, although he didn't really realize what a cow was. Drick had been sent out to search for a shiny rock, a diamond in particular, but as far as he was concerned, it was a shiny rock, as a spell component to be used. And he figured out through various ways of examining what he was saying that, in fact, Petunia was the queen that he had referred to as the person that he served. Very intrigued, we accepted his offer to come back with him so we could help the queen in whatever her quest is. And we found a location, a kind of ruined shrine, it looked like, with many goblins, and with a cow who can talk, a cow wearing a crown. We found later that the crown enabled Petunia both to speak and to become much more intelligent than she was previously. Petunia had joined up with this group of goblins, and there was a particular goblin, Issa, who was kind of a ringleader. I forget, was it Issa who had the spell book originally, or was it Petunia somehow?
It was Issa who was holding the book.
Okay.
See, Petunia didn't have any hands.
True. But she has a mouth, she could hold it in that. She just can't read and hold the book at the same time. So, they had combined forces, and Petunia was somehow their queen. But Issa possessed this book, which apparently had been sought and was mentioned in the previous adventure in the mansion that I was not a part of. So maybe somebody can fill in details in there.
Well, that would be the Tome of the Stilled Tongue. An evil book used by worshippers of Vecna. And not just any worshippers, but very, very high-ranking worshippers of Vecna. Yeah, pretty evil.
Good to know. I'm making a note of that. Okay. So this group of goblins with Petunia were making it their mission to raise an army of the undead, help protect Butterskull Ranch, because Petunia was concerned about Big Al and about the orcs who were coming in and whatever other dangers might come after them. They were all not aware of the dangers of such things. So when we arrived, we talked with them. We, through our questioning, found out some of this plan. And Issa begins to help Petunia cast a spell in order to demonstrate how great the spells from this book are. At which point, Virgil stepped in and prevented this with a spell of silence, which caused a stir. And eventually Issa came out of this spell of silence and basically said, "What the hell, dude?" And madness ensued. So yeah, let us see. Issa ends up attacking anyway, summoned 2 undead creatures, a minotaur, and what was the other thing?
An owlbear.
An owlbear. How could I forget an owlbear? In a heroic effort, Chilbu convinced the rest of the goblins to protect the queen instead of throwing in their lot with Issa. And so we had goblin allies who unfortunately perished, aside from Drick, who kept his distance, apparently. We had a heroic fight with the undead beings and with Issa, and finished them off. As we knocked out Issa, everyone but Virgil went into a daze. And Virgil witnessed a woman in officer's regalia appear and come to take this book. He attempted to prevent her from doing so. Ah, there's a nice image of it. He attempted to prevent this, and at first appeared to himself to have done so. Then he turned, and the same woman had the book and was leaving, and he had been fooled by an illusion. So, many goblins died. After this whole thing, Petunia was still with us and wanted to return to Butterskull Ranch to help protect Gal. The 2 surviving goblins, there were 2 of them, correct?
There were 3.
3. Aha.
2
Okay.
were guarding Petunia. And they were...
One was Drick.
Yeah, one was Drick in the back.
Okay. So yes, our 3 surviving goblins came with us to Butterskull Ranch, where we attempted to convince Big Al to hire them on as ranch hands, and also to help protect the ranch, since that is a prime concern. And with a little convincing, Big Al agreed to take them. Let us see. As a reward for bringing back Petunia, Al gave over his mithril plate armor. And that is about where my notes trickle off, so if anybody else can fill in details, please do.
Some conversations were had between some of the characters, and Eve actually casted a spell to see if she was being watched. See invisibility, which I originally said she saw nothing. But then I reread the spell and saw that you see into the ethereal plane. And so I need to do a bit of retconning. Just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Eve, you do see something when you cast the invisibility. You see the ethereal image of a man sitting on the bed, and what looks to be a small child standing in front of him. You don't see any features, but you do see that they're there.
Huh. Um, Eve kind of stops and just looks in their direction for a second in surprise.
Go ahead and
Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
With a 14, with the kind of body language that's being displayed, you don't see any like mouths or eyes or noses or anything like that. Just kind of general shapes. But it looks like they seem to be in conversation of sorts. Albeit you can't hear it.
Hmm. Eve will kind of tilt her head, slowly put down her bag and things at the foot of the bed, take out her journal, and walk over and just nice and slowly just sit down in front of where they are sitting and standing.
Alright. Are you attempting to not make it obvious you're staring?
No, not really.
Alright. The conversation will go on for a while, and eventually, the man will just sort of fade away. And then the child will turn, look at you, kind of make eye contact, so to speak. And then also,
Go ahead.
and then also will start to fade away.
Hold on a second, it's so nice to see you. You're gonna leave all of a sudden. We were just visiting, weren't we? I just wanted to thank you for all your help.
You do not get a response.
Is she still fading away?
Yes, the child fades away.
Eve just kind of tilts her head. Huh. More questions than answers, I suppose. And she will open up her journal and leave it on her bedside table with the quill next to it to a blank page. And just kind of sit on her bed for a while, just lost in thought, before she takes her rest.
All right. You all awake in the morning, long rested. And the day is yours. As you once again smell the delicious smells of eggs and bacon coming from downstairs.
So I'm going to head downstairs. Is there any evidence of our goblin friends?
You head downstairs and you hear a commotion from the kitchen that sounds somewhat goblinoid. Do you enter the kitchen?
Yes. In Roll20, I'm already in the kitchen, but I'm not in the kitchen yet.
Right. I'm kind of fear of the minding this right now, just to
Okay.
not have to rearrange everything kind of needlessly. You enter the kitchen, and you see your 3 goblin friends hard at work making breakfast.
Hey, good morning, guys.
I've already forgot what Chick's voice was. Oh, hey.
That's pretty similar.
That sounds right.
That was pretty normal. I don't know.
We're just making breakfast for you guys.
Well, thanks, appreciate that. You need any help?
Not really. I think we got this.
All right, buddy. I'll just kick back.
Yeah, he'll be ready, soon. Yeah. You can roll an insight check if you want.
Okay. I mean, with that gift, why would I not? About a 16.
This is probably the first time they've had cooking utensils as well as these. And they're kind of figuring it out.
Master Virgil.
Yeah, yes, what is it, Veritas?
I would like to inform you that nothing suspicious has happened on my watch.
Do you stay up all night?
I just kept an eye out every now and then.
Well, alright, well, that's good to know. I think we should probably go join the others.
Yes. By the way, Master Virgil, you have used me in many different forms. Which one has been your favorite?
Can't say if I have a favorite. I mean, as long as you're useful, that's all that matters to me. I will say I'm not particularly fond of the whip, but that's just for when we go to bars, I guess.
You hear a slight chuckle.
And that's just creepy.
I've never heard that before. Usually most of, I'd say, everyone who has used me, they have a preference. They always have demands that must be made. You are very different in that regard, Master Virgil.
Well, can't help but keep bringing it up, but as long as you help me on my end for what I seek, I'm very well adept with mini weapons, so I will find a use for you in one way or another. And you are a very special weapon. You have a preference.
You know, I've never really thought about it. After the many years, I've grown so accustomed to following what my owners have wanted. It's only now that I start thinking about what I want. It's a strange feeling.
Well, if one day you decide that when we wake to be longsword, fine. If another day you decide to wake up and decide to be a warhammer or an axe of some kind, I'm fine with it either way. Like I said, I'll find a use. Maybe you should start thinking if there's a form that you feel more comfortable in, or one that you just enjoy.
Let me try something. As Veritas, you see the normal sword, long sword that you are accustomed to, start to grow and widen in size, turning into a greatsword. I've seen these before. I don't usually, or have only transformed into this on very few occasions.
Okay, well, not going downstairs as fast as I thought. I'm going to have to find some way of, rigging you on my back, so... And Veritas, or Virgil will start going through his backpack and getting, like, slacks of rope out to, like...
No, it's okay, Master Virgil. Put me on your back.
Okay. Fine.
And as you put the sword on your back, it stays there.
Don't know how I feel about that. Oh. I can see Osh having many questions about this now. So we go join the others for breakfast.
That sounds great. Let us go, Master Virgil.
And Virgil will carry Veritas downstairs and join the others for breakfast.
I assume that Eve goes down there as well, or?
Yes, but first when Eve wakes up, she's going to check her journal and see if anything new is there.
Nothing new has been written in your journal.
She makes a frustrated face and puts everything in her bag before going downstairs.
with everyone downstairs, you are greeted with some of the goblins coming out of the kitchen with eggs and bacon served. It's not the best, but they tried.
And that is what matters.
All right. Enjoy.
Oh, that's right, kind of you fellas. Are you going to be joining us, or you haven't, so?
No, we already ate.
Well, feel free to sit and chat with us if you'd like in the meantime.
Well, I think Big Al may have hopes for them. Farmers do start early.
Ah, that is true. Kind of rests her cheek on her fist in disappointment. I
Missy
would
is
like to hear some stories from you fellas. Yes, Virgos.
hello. Morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I am doing well, as they say.
Eve kind of peers around Virgil's back and is like, oh, you're looking rather hefty this morning.
I thought of trying something new.
Oh, very nice. Looks good on you.
Thank you.
So what's the plan for today, fellas?
I don't know. I mean, got some stuff we can do, I guess.
Master
Talk to
Virgil.
that.
You see Virgil trying to pick out a piece of bacon that isn't undercooked or overcooked.
Somehow
no.
both.
Oh,
Like one
no.
side's undercooked and the other side is just overcooked.
Did they boil the bacon, possibly?
Oh, I'm gonna throw up. That is disgusting. Little bacon? Why would you do such a thing? These goblins must be taught a lesson. That's Veritas, and he just like picks up a piece, drops it, wipes his hands, walks away from the table, in slight disappointment.
Were we supposed to report back to the place called Vandalin?
Yes, we will be heading back to Phandalin to inform Jerry that his farm and Big Al are both safe, and to get Chobu's reward here.
As you mentioned, Chilbu, you see a piece of paper in your face with a quill next to it.
He's gonna look at Chobu and go, "Are you sure you want it to be me? Worked very well last time with Bosch."
He nods his head up and down.
Alright. Takes the quill and quickly signs it. A Hollywood star given an autograph. Just
Hmm. And with that, the pact is sealed. All right.
maybe got a letter of my name in there.
It works just as well.
That's all you need.
It's more about intentions.
I bet it still would work if you just like threw me at it.
That's just too powerful.
This is my form of permission, throws axe.
Is Petunia, like, that's the cow's name, right? Petunia?
Yes.
Is she still out, like, side the farmstead, or is she, like, actually where
Yes,
she's supposed to
she
be?
is outside the farmstead, considering that the barn has been destroyed.
Okay.
And she is intelligent enough to not wander off.
And Big Al's nowhere to be found?
No, he is easy to be found, but he appears to be out working on repairs, which the goblins are now seemingly joining him on.
Well, I would say eat breakfast, but if you choose to, best of luck. I think this morning is probably best if we just headed back. Sooner the better.
I agree, Master Virgil.
So you are in agreement for heading out back to Phandalin?
Unless Bosch and Eve have something else to do.
Sounds like a plan to me.
But for that whole exchange, it was just you staring at a sword for me. So.
Does Bosch have anything to say about the new big sword?
Not there yet.
Nah, he's good.
So, all right then.
This is a fucking truck. I forgot. We like force marched this shit last time.
Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, we're not in a hurry now.
Nope.
to refer to my notes again, double check on time. Do. Somewhere. There it is. Alrighty then. Heading out first thing in the morning. You remember that it will take you. It will take you 3-ish days to get back to Phandalin. And it's a simple enough travel. You're traveling along the road, so no checks are really needed. So, really the only question is if you would stop anywhere. But I am presuming you non-stop trip to Phandalin.
I mean, Coneyberry didn't seem like there was anything useful. It's just ruins.
Yeah, I mean, we're not forced marching, so we're just kind of like taking our time walking through the trail, right?
I'd presume. So.
Yeah.
I'd like to
Unless we see some
even.
bad shit.
I'd like to keep an eye out because who knows where the dragon is at this point.
That is true. So, I would like a perception check from someone to see if they can spot anything.
Well, if you want me to, Big Sword will take a look.
That's what I thought the like gong was. I was like, he rolled. Okay, good.
17.
With a 17, swear there's a glint here.
Madigan.
Right there.
Oh no.
I see a glint in the sky, far off. Master Virgil.
Very far off.
It is far away, west.
It's still the direction that we're heading, though.
That's all I can make out is just a glint, right?
Yeah, at this distance, it's just a glint.
So west here, Veritas sees a glint in the sky. He's telling this to Bosch and Eve. Boo. Keep an eye in that direction.
Of course. Well, that's definitely not good. It doesn't appear to be between us and Fandolin, does it?
I cannot tell. It's so far away. Which might be a good thing.
Do you fellows think maybe we should kind of trail back a little bit and wait it out and see if it hopefully moves away somewhere before we try continuing on in that direction? Or should we just go for it? That didn't work out so well last time, that's just the reason I'm asking.
That's tricky. Not a lot of places to hide where we're at. We could go in the forest, but then we wouldn't probably see it that well either.
There is a general sparsings of trees around you, but the forest proper doesn't start for a couple of miles.
We're not in a hurry. I personally vote for maybe setting up camp somewhere that would be relatively out of sight. And just keeping an eye out to see if maybe it moves away in the meantime. But that's just my opinion. If you guys want to forge ahead, that's fine as well. What time of day is it?
At this point, it's starting to be towards the end of your journey for today, and is starting to go to evening.
Master Virgil, what do you think?
He's speaking out loud. If we run into the dragon again, this time it will come at us with everything it has. He embarrassed it last time. We can't run to Fandolin for reinforcements since they do not have any, and we are only line of defense, really. I think our best course of action right now for ourselves and potentially Fandolin is if the dragon doesn't notice it and we make camp.
All right.
That sounds good.
Are there any groves nearby that are offering enough shelter to be out of the eyesight of a bird's eye view perspective?
Roll a survival check.
Oh! Well,
10. There's a nice little area with some trees around it. not ideal, but it could work.
Maybe over there? The best I can spot?
Are you sure that where you want to camp, Miss Eve?
I mean, I have no preference. I'm just trying to see anything that would be reasonably obscured. But I don't see much else in this area unless we want to move along and try and find somewhere further down the path.
Boss, you're a man of the woods. Did you find something that are suitable for us? Maybe a little bit more of a canopy?
I could look around. I don't know. And I look around for maybe something that's more suitable, or try to see also if this place is actually good.
You actually don't spot anything better than what she found, given that she's already made the check.
Looks pretty good to me.
Alright, first wash. Who's up?
Alrighty then.
I mean, I'm not picky. I can take first watch.
I can take second.
Early riser, I guess.
Alright. Well then, could I have perception check from first watch?
Sure. 17.
17. It quickly goes from evening to night. The sounds of the night come into play. I'm still working on that part. So for now, we still listen to some Kevin MacLeod, but you do actually spot an owl that looks familiar.
Cool. I'm gonna have a big old grin on my face and wave to him.
He will fly over.
And I am not going to cast Speak with Animals. I'm just going to continue to honor our deal and set out like a little area of rations for him. Like, knock yourself out, buddy.
Hootie will enjoy these rations. And will go to the perch of one of the trees and look out.
Give him a wink and finger guns.
The owl winks back. You think. You can only see one half of his face.
True. And I actually also wanted, while I'm awake, to continue fiddling with the Hat of Wizardry. And just want to try casting a spell.
Alright.
but
Roll
which one?
an Arcana.
Okay. Hey, 17.
17? What were you trying to cast?
Let us see. I will cast Minor Illusion.
Nice.
And
You successfully do so.
and I will. Let's see. I'll make
the illusion of a bowl of tomato soup sitting somewhere near Veritas. See if there's any reaction.
And how does one see through that? Investigation?
It, it is investigation.
I have a -2 in there, so let's see. That's a 1.
Well, Veritas, if you're awake, you see a bowl of soup next to you.
You see the Great Star turn into a whip. Bosh. Can you like drop me in?
Oh, sorry. I didn't even think that was going to work. That's an illusion, and I'll dispel it real quickly. I mean, I wasn't even sure you were awake. Are you? You sleep?
This is sadness.
Hmm. I mean, I don't have any tomato soup, but I could put out a cup of water and make it taste like tomato soup. Does that make you happy?
If you could, Bosh.
Absolutely. I'll get a tin cup out of my mess kit and pour out some water. And prestidigitation, I will make the water taste like tomato basil soup. And gently put the end of the
You'll
whip in
need
it.
to roll another Arcana.
No, I do not. I have prestidigitation.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. I have that feat that you allowed me to have.
I didn't realize it gave you a cantrip.
It gives me 2 cantrips. That's like mage hand.
It does. Never mind. I thought you were trying to use
Well, what do you know?
the hat again.
The hat only works once a day.
So, you dip me in. How does it taste? Just like it?
I don't.
Vegetation, it does taste like tomato soup.
Yeah. Although I don't think I tried the tomato soup in the Wandering Weasel, so it tastes like my memory of tomato soup.
You see,
Not the same.
you see it, the can bubbling as it's slowly the level is going down. That was enjoyable.
I'm glad you liked it. Sorry about tricking you. I was more just fiddling around with this hat.
No worries, Bosh. I was quite surprised.
Oh, maybe next time I can use the hat to surprise somebody else who's not friendly.
Maybe so.
Well, are you gonna be staying up too, or you need to rest?
I shall And it goes silent.
Okay. And is Veritas just on the ground, with nothing around him? Like, what's his position like?
He's still in the can. As the whip.
Oh, okay. That's right. Let me clean that up, and I'll take the can and put it back away. Make sure you don't have any soup flavored water still on you. Well, good night, Veritas.
And the first watch passes by without any incident. Second watch can make a perception check. $13. Let's see.
I'm like shite tonight.
You look out at the moonlit sky, and you see what at first looks like a shooting star. But shooting stars don't flap. As you watch, as the white dragon flies not too far away from you over the woods, only too far away, it flies off sort of at this direction.
Eve will watch it with her eyes trained upon it for as long as it is visible.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good grove.
And nothing else happens.
Whenever she wakes the next person, which I think was going to be Virgil, for a watch, she will just inform him. The dragon went that way. I think we're good.
Sorry. Just kind of fuzzy when I wake up. You saw the dragon fly direction again?
In that general northeastern direction over the forest. It was actually not too far away from us, so that was interesting.
I hope Big L is okay.
I don't think it was heading quite toward the ranch. It looked like it was heading a little bit more toward maybe the river.
I'll keep an eye out in that area.
Alright, well, good luck and good night.
Try to get some sleep after seeing that.
Ha! Right. We'll see.
Perception check?
Yes, perception. 16. You notice the owl again, and you notice a bit of various nightlife critters. But other than that, nothing.
Alright, Aaron Virgil's watch, he's more of a sentry. He doesn't just sit near the camp where everyone's sleeping, he goes a few feet out and walks a circle around them to do that.
By the way, Veritas is a whip.
Congratulations on your whip, Virgil.
He assumed Veritas is doing whatever, and there's a reason why he turned into a whip. That's why he's carrying Talon right now. Otherwise, he'd assume you would talk to me, and you haven't, so... Before everyone wakes, before the sun fully rises, he's going to return to camp. And start packing up, like, his bedspread and everything, and slowly waking everybody up.
Alright. As the watches in the night come to an end, once again faced with a day's worth of travel, and Miss Eve is now waking up to a piece of paper in front of their face.
Oh, kind of rubs her eyes a little bit. Good morning to you too, buddy. Sure, no problem at all signing this for me.
Thank you, Miss Eve.
We'll easily sign that for you.
The pact is sealed.
Okay.
You're gonna get a soundboard or something for that, aren't you?
To play nice. But you set out for another day's journey down the trail. Presuming you don't stop anywhere. Today's journey, you... clear skies. Really not much going on. It's just a very nice, peaceful walk down the trail. And before you know it, it is closing in on evening once again. At the fork in the road leading back to Phandalin.
Well, we know Phandalin
This
isn't
time.
much. Okay.
Oh,
Good.
sorry. I was going to say this time I would like for Bosch to possibly make the survival check to look for a spot. So Eve's spot was pretty good.
Be my guest. I'm no survivalist.
I mean, you found a good spot. So
Oh, thank you. I'm a jack of all trades, but master of none, if you know what I mean.
am I good making a survival check?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Cool. Ah, super
Yeah.
great.
Oh,
A, for some reason, familiar set of trees.
Oh no, we're not doing this. That's tomorrow.
Familiar but different. Circle of trees awaits you for a similar night's rest.
Perfect spot.
these groves are really the best.
The longer we stay in them, the more cozy they get, I guess.
You said you used to be a soldier. You must have camped out a lot.
I was a town's guard, not a soldier.
Ah. Welcome to camping.
I slept mostly in barracks. But in training, yes, we did have to do a course in survival of some type. Yes, we did have to rough it. Not a fan of it, but so far everything that we found suffices. How about I take the first watch? Everyone else can rest.
Sure.
Alright. So what is the order for tonight's watch?
Me and Virgil.
Virgil's doing it first.
Alright. Can I have a perception check from Virgil?
Yeah. Ooh, that's really good.
21. In watching the sun set, this glorious shades of pink and red, very nice colors. You turn around and you see off in the bushes, back the way you came, 2 pairs of eyes. Sort of glinting, coming from a bush, staring at you.
It's that old saying, stare long enough into the abyss, something stares back. Virgil's just going to headlock visually on the area that the eyes are coming from, and he's carefully listening to the surroundings to see if he hears any other movement around the camp.
You don't detect anything else.
From what he sees, how far are these set of eyes from technically the ground?
How far away are they from?
Like, yeah, no, not far away from me, but like, if I'm staring at these eyes, are they low to the ground, or are they like
Oh, yes.
high
Yes,
up?
they are.
Okay.
They're quite low.
You're still a fucking whip, aren't you? Gotta. The only reason I say it like that is because I have to keep going to the inventory area and be like, weapons.
It's a fast process, Master Virgil. As from one motion of like grabbing the whip, it turns into a greatsword.
Oh. Takes the handle of the whip in his hand, and the moment it turns to a greatsword, he takes his left hand, dropping his shield to hold onto it, not leaving the vicinity of his party. He just walks to the edge of their little encampment circle, probably standing a few feet away from one of the party members that are sleeping. And he stands there in a ready position. Do the eyes do anything the moment I start approaching?
You can tell they're looking at you, but no, they don't do anything.
Already dealt with that shit before. Make out what the hell it is. And... he'll find like a loose rock or something, like a little pebble or something that's on the ground, or even like a twig branch, enough to just row in that general direction, see if the eyes scatter or if they just stay there.
All right. Roll me a dexterity check.
Yeah, I'm the shit at those guys.
Oh,
8. You throw it into the bush, and in your mind, you hear, "Ah!"
I'm my mom. What the?
Yep. And floating out of the bush is a flump.
wait, what?
What?
What the shit?
Fuck is that?
Mad.
Fucking jellyfish forest creature is this thing?
Mushroom.
The tentacles rub against his forehead and just like, ow! That hurt!
Master Virgil.
Too many voices in the head, please. In a soft, low tone, he's just going to go. Who goes there? What do you want? Holding Veritas in a ready.
Oh, my name's Jerry!
Jerry the jellyfish.
Oh my god.
Is a very name for where it is you are. What do you want?
Oh! You guys had nice thoughts.
Pretty sure you may. Few of us may have a nice thoughts, not all of us. How is it you know what we think?
Oh. Well, they taste good.
They taste good.
Mm-hmm.
So you're eating off of us in a way.
Uh-huh.
Don't think that's a wise decision.
One who is called Jerry. You hear
All of the minds.
you hear a voice in
Ooh, I don't usually get people that talk to me. Hello!
hello.
By the way, you still hear this, Troy. Whenever he speaks, you still hear him.
He's dropping on three-way conversation.
Are you bringing any harm by eating these thoughts?
I don't think so. Does it hurt when I do this? You feel nothing.
No.
And I don't think so.
What are you, Jerry?
I'm a flump.
A flump.
Max,
Nice.
what role would it take? Like, understand what the fuck a flump is.
This thing is very
Definitely
weird.
an intelligence check, but I'm trying to determine which one. Honestly,
Yeah, I could.
Arcana, History, or Nature, your pick.
I mean, they're all.
I'm guessing they're all
ones.
the same for both of you.
We'll just do a general intelligence check then. Yeah, they're all the fucking same. They're all ones.
Yeah, I did figure either one of you. Like,
Ugh.
maybe Veritas took Arcana.
Veritas is dumb as bricks.
Alright. You can roll an intelligence check. Actually, Veritas, you can roll it with advantage. Even though I don't know how well that'll help you.
My highest was an 8.
Okay.
My lowest was a -1.
So a natural one.
Yep.
Okay. So, neither one of you know what a fluff is. So I won't tell you what a fluff is.
One who is called Jerry.
Uh-huh.
In exchange for eating our thoughts, will you keep a watch out for us?
Okay.
Appreciate
As
it.
the tentacle eye kind of starts swirling, looking around in different directions.
Virgil's going to relax his posture and go wave him over. If you wish, if you mean no harm, say you can come closer, and once I wake someone else, I will inform them of a guest.
Okay.
By the way, did it
And,
seem like Jerry knew I was the sword?
Roll an insight.
That's a 5.
You don't know.
Okay. Jerry is a mystery through and through.
You wake up the next person for watch, who is...
Probably Cassandra? I mean, Eve?
Sure.
You need to tell us what the flump is.
Just gonna go over to Miss Eve, shake her awake. Miss Eve, are you fully awake? Not being alarmed.
Oh, all right. What's the
You have
problem?
a guest.
What kind of guest?
Eve, in your mind, you hear, "Hello, my name's Jerry."
Still hear that?
Oh yeah, you hear it too. He broadcasts it to anyone who's awake.
kind of like
That's our guest.
sits bolt upright. Hello, does she see Jerry?
Oh yeah.
Hello, and she like kind of looks questioningly at Virgil and back to Jerry.
Jerry waves with one of his many tentacles.
He waves back in mild confusion but interest. How do you do?
No harm.
I'm good.
Good to hear.
Your thoughts are very sweet.
I was about to get to that.
Thank you.
You can go ahead and make the roll, the intelligence
Thank
roll.
you.
Arcana, history, nature, your choice.
God damn it! No,
Jack
it's
of all trades, but master of that.
All right, you have actually read about these, and it's actually quite strange that you would see a flump here. Normally, they are denizens of the Underdark, and they are good beings. They feed off the psychic residue that kind of emanates from all creatures. They prefer good thoughts versus bad thoughts, but it doesn't really affect them either way. It's a matter of taste, really. They are good creatures generally.
okay. And the consumption of thoughts has no effect generally on those whose thoughts are being consumed, yes?
No one has suffered any damage from the consumption of thoughts from flumps consuming the thoughts of others.
Okay, good to know. Well, interesting. Glad to meet you, Jerry. Glad you've been enjoying your meal. She kind of like looks at Virgil like, whoa, this is cool, and then looks back at the flump. And is like, how did you come upon us here? Where have you been wandering?
Oh, I was wandering through. I found a hole, and then I was here. Or rather, I was over there, and he points into the woods.
Really? That is very interesting. She kind of like side whispers to Virgil, I think there's an Underdark entrance in that direction, so we may wish to be a little careful. I'll keep an eye during my watch. But that's generally not a good thing. This is probably the least harmful thing that could have come out of that, which is great. But that's interesting to know.
If you see anything else, please immediately wake us up if that's the case.
Will do, definitely. Well, it's a happy coincidence that we've run into you here, Mr. Cherry.
Uh-huh.
Feel free to stay for as long as you like. You can keep me company on my watch if you wish.
Okay. Jerry looks around with his two eye stalks, looking in different directions with each of them. It should also be made note that every time he moves, the sound that he makes is floop.
I love him.
And
We got a new mascot.
you would know, Eve, that is how flumps got their name, is the sound that they make when they move around.
That makes sense. And we have had a bunch of mascots already, let's be honest. It's Jerry or Banana or Hootie. It's a tough call.
But I feel like we're gonna actually take Flump.
Oh man, that would be great.
Anna belonged to somebody else, though. You can't claim that one.
I mean, fair point, and he did steal our stuff.
All right. So Eve, roll a perception check for your watch.
Okay.
You have advantage with Jerry's help.
Excellent. Oh my god.
With a 15, you are able to see. You are not distracted by the floating tentacle monster that is not too far away from you. As you look around, see normal night wildlife and no spooky monsters coming out to get you from right behind you. And your watch comes to an end.
Excellent. Eve will spend most of her watch chatting happily with Jerry and asking him to tell her about where he came from and share his stories.
He will recount that he actually got separated from his herd not too long ago and has been wandering the Underdark. There are lots of scary things in there, and he doesn't really describe them much. But he says that he's quite happy that he found a hole leading out here where there seem to be a lot of thoughts. Good thoughts.
Eve pats him consolingly on the head when he mentions being separated from his herd. Were they also in the Underdark?
Also, when he says that, he actually turns blue.
Oh.
Like the whole body turns blue. But then when he when he talks about the good thoughts on the surface and finding you guys, he actually turns a soft pink. You would know that its emotions are reflected through the color of its skin.
He's a floating mood ring. Oh. Anyway.
Your watch goes by without a hitch. And who had the next watch?
We didn't declare it. I'm glad to take another watch.
All right. You wake up and there's a tentacle monster.
Oh, hi.
Gosh, this fella's name is Jerry? He's a very
Hi, I'm Jerry.
he's a very nice fella.
Hi, Jerry. How's it going?
Good. Your thoughts are sweet.
Thanks. I try to think positively.
I like that.
I love everyone. He kind of pats Bosch on the arm and is like, well, enjoy your watch with our new friend. Might wish to keep an eye in that direction. And she points out the direction that Jerry mentioned coming from with the hole. Apparently there's an Underdark entrance in that direction, and that's pretty dangerous. So.
Might want to leave a sign or something. 3 in the morning.
That's a fair idea. Might also be a good idea to warn the residents of London, and it's not that far away from the town, is it? How far away is it from the town?
Oh. Yeah, about a day's travel.
Hmm. That's still relatively close. She kind of turns to Jerry and is like, How big was that entrance? That little hole in the ground? Do you remember?
Oh, I had to squeeze through it.
Ah! Okay, that's not so bad then. We might be alright, for the most part. But glad you made it through. Good night. Let us know if anything crazy happens.
Yeah, we'll come running. So nobody explained the nature of the flump to Bosch.
Oh.
I mean, that's fine. I'm into it.
He just accepted it so easily. He's like, okay, yeah, this is good.
New friend, that's fine.
Bosch just
Yeah.
rolls with everything. I love it.
So Jerry, I hear you come from a hole. Kind of over there.
Uh-huh.
Is it, I mean, sounds like you didn't like it as much as here.
Nah. There wasn't that many good thoughts down there.
Ah. I mean, plan on staying around kind of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll go find some other thoughts. I don't know.
I mean, we're headed to Fandolin. There's a bunch of thoughts there. I don't know if they're tasty thoughts or not. Some tasty soup, but I don't know if soup tastes like thoughts.
What is soup?
What soup? It's like when you make food, but it's mostly water, and you kind of like mix it together, and it, all the flavors go together. You should ask Veritas. It sounds like you love soup.
Well, maybe. I'm slowly drifting to Drick. I need to get away.
You like you eat thoughts?
Uh-huh.
Huh. I've got an idea. I don't know if this is gonna work. I've got this hat that does some crazy stuff. And I'm gonna try to use the Hat of Wizardry again.
Right, Arcana check.
It gets busted today.
That's
Too
not
bad.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, if you want to stick with us, maybe this idea is going to work later. I think it's fun for today, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I sense your good intentions.
I'm pretty perceptive, Jerry.
Thank you.
Just in general, Bosch is not a great conversationalist. He is going to attempt to teach Jerry tic-tac-toe. That seems like a very cerebral game.
All right. Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Right. You were able to teach Jerry tic-tac-toe, and very quickly realized that he's better than you at tic-tac-toe.
Okay.
This is fun!
Yeah, it's a challenging game, right?
Oh yeah.
but I'm gonna for the rest of my watch, along with keeping a watch, of course, I'm gonna attempt to try to get better at tic-tac-toe and apparently fail.
Well, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. An 11.
Slightly distracted by the games of tic-tac-toe, you notice that nothing else occurs on your watch, and it passes by somewhat uneventfully, other than the event of a flump.
Mhm.
And the dawn comes, and Chilbu, you awake to a tentacle monster.
Chopu pulls his pistol.
Ow!
No sword?
No! My name's Jerry!
No one's telling him anything?
Monster waves.
Jerry's a nice guy.
Not that Chobu would have hit anyway, but for shits and giggles. No, I'm just playing. I'm not going to shoot at him. I'm going to accidentally crit.
Please don't shoot, Jerry. Jerry is mostly air.
Does Jerry want to be my friend?
Yeah.
Chobu hands Jerry his contract.
He wraps his tentacle around the quill, and he draws something. And you feel like the pact has been sealed.
We're locked in now.
Yep, it's official. This is our mascot.
Harry has joined the party. Da-na-na-na.
Let's go. Chobu pulls some half undercooked, half overcooked bacon out of his pocket and munches it as he gets ready to leave.
Do you want to check out the hole?
Does the hole have gold for us?
If anything, that one probably
Right over
has
here.
danger, but it's apparently a very small hole, so I don't even know if we would be able to do anything with it if we found it.
Why don't we tell the town and then make us pay to deal with it?
Spoken like a true businessman.
Do we want to give a mark or something so we can get back?
Do you have a visible mark you can find again?
Are you talking to Jerry?
Oh, I was talking to Bosch, but Jerry's more than welcome to eavesdrop and answer. Hasn't stopped him before.
I mean, he's there. He's. It's hard to ignore him.
Well, Jerry is free to respond if he has a way to mark this place.
Nope. I don't have a way to mark it.
How far are we from the
Alright, Kate.
roads?
What'd you say, Eve?
Sorry, how far are we from the crossroads?
You're basically at it. Like 100 feet.
Okay. Eve will walk over to the place where the roads intersect and then just draw a little arrow in the dirt with her rapier. Scratch it real deep in the direction of the hole. Pointing in that direction. Well, if anyone's got any better ideas,
You
need to add one, but that's the best I've got.
one thing, Eve.
Hmm.
As you go to do it, you see a stick on the ground, and you feel the urge to use that instead. That'll work better.
Do I believe that the stick has good intentions? No, I'll use the stick.
Right.
And not snap my rapier in two.
Well, this should be quite interesting once we walk into town.
All right. It only takes you a few hours to return to Fen. You return to Fen.
Seemingly,
As you left it.
Go ahead.
Seemingly as you left it.
You know where Chilby wants to go.
Mr. Wester's house?
That's money.
Assumption. Alright. You head on down to Mr. Wester's house. I presume the rest of the party follows Chilbu as he makes a beeline for it.
sure.
What time of day is it?
It's about midday.
Eve will just kind of be like, you fellas go do your thing. I'm gonna go hang out at the Wandering Weasel, see if it's still in town, if anybody needs to grab me.
Sounds good. Maybe I'll get over there later.
Great, see you then.
Mm-hmm.
Stroll off.
Alright. As you split the party, the majority of the party heads on over to Harbin Wester's house. Presuming Chilbu knocks on the door?
Nope, Chilbu just opens it.
You try to open it and it's locked. Who's
Does he
there?
Does he have a window?
He does.
Chilbu is angrily fluttering.
Oh, and you hear a click at the door, and the man known as Harbin Wester is standing in front of it. You're back. I was beginning to worry. It's been a couple of days.
Well, the ranch is a distance away, so it adds up. So, my companion here wishes to be paid of a gal and condition that he is in.
I
Really no.
assume you have proof?
Yeah, Virgil's handing him the note that the gal wrote.
Ah, excellent. And I believe the sum was 100 gold pieces?
300 gold pieces?
That sounds like a lot.
It is a lot.
Did I say 300?
No, you said 200, but Jobu praised the price.
I'm gonna say roll another persuasion check.
What a dragon, too!
A dragon?
Not a dragon, the dragon. Can only presume.
Hell yeah, Jobu!
Well, I suppose if you've bought the dragon, then yes. As he pulls out his coin purse and gives 300 gold pieces to the party.
Woo! To be clear, we fought it, we did not kill it, just so you know. Boss here actually managed to frighten it.
Well, it's just evidence that you're worth the investment. However, I do notice that you're one short. I hope she didn't. Nothing bad happened to her.
Do you pay more for losses?
Well, I suppose I would try and contact next of kin.
Yeah,
Okay.
and besides, we're not one short. We've got Jerry. As you
You point to where Jerry was. He is not there.
Huh.
What have we unleashed?
And now this turns
So-
into an Underdark campaign.
Jobu will be back! Jobu teleports.
It doesn't work.
What?
But you might want to look at that piece of paper that he signed, see if his name's still there.
Roll me an Arcana check.
This will probably not be as high. Of course.
That's weird. Should have worked. Only way that wouldn't work if he's got to another plane, but how could he do that?
I'm a bitch.
What happened to Jerry?
Jobu counts his gold.
That's 60 gold per person, right?
If you insist on sharing equally.
Veritas insists.
Veritas doesn't get a vote.
Will we not share equally?
You got your plate mail, so there's no excuse not to share equally.
How much is that armor worth?
Lot.
Me?
A lot.
Your life.
Than the normal 1500 that a regular plate
It would
is.
have to be. It would have to be probably 3 to 5 times more than that minimum.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Turbo is just
It
rolling
truly
in money.
was his most valuable item. It was probably more valuable than his ranch, to be perfectly honest.
Comes to take the
You're
range.
saying-
Collateral.
We could just go retire. Like, Shilbu could pawn his armor and we could go buy a ranch.
If you can tear it from my cold dead body, you can retire if you choose.
Anyway,
That's-
where's Jerry? I mean, we're also totally good. Cassandra's fine. She's just... She wanted a drink, apparently.
Did Jerry follow us like all the way? Did he like what happened?
You remember him following you to the edge of town, and then Chilbu ran off, and you followed after him. Cassandra went to go to the Wandering Weasel, and you lost track of him about that time.
Hmm.
Not Chilbu's problem.
Man, I guess that friendship contract is a real deal.
I mean, jack shit.
Because
As
Chilbu does not feel the pain from Cassandra's just stinging comments from far away.
Chilbu walked off counting his money, I'm going to ask Harbin Wester if anything has happened here in town, and where the hell is the farmhand at?
Oh, the farmhand? Oh gosh. What did I say the farmhand's name was? Should have wrote it down.
Philip?
Jeff? I think I wrote it
Oh,
down.
I may be making that up.
I don't think I said Philip yet.
I feel like it was Jimmy or something.
It might have been Jimmy.
Jimmy makes a lot of sense.
Because I was worried for a moment, just like, did I say Jerry twice?
It's a common name, it's all
Jimmy,
good.
Jimmy sounds good. Yes, he's staying at the Stonehill.
Well, they wants him back ASAP, so go inform him.
Oh, excellent.
As any new things happened in town in our absence.
Ooh, there was this one thing. Another adventuring party came through, and they accepted the job to warn the dwarves.
Virgil just reach into his bag, take the flyer out, and rip it up.
How long ago was that?
About 2 days ago?
Tell you we found a hole?
A hole?
Yeah, it was, it's the hole that Jerry's from.
That's strange, but okay.
I mean, back me up here, guys. Like an important hole.
An important hole?
So, party member that is absent, Miss Eve, informed us that very high possibility, if not 100%, is a hole to the Underdark that is near Phandalin, by the crossroads.
To the Underdark. What's an Underdark?
You've never seen a drow, have you?
No.
Get out of your house a lot more. People that live...
Virgil, roll me a history check.
Shit, fuck. Hey, terrible.
You remember seeing Drow at the Wandering Weasel?
I know, I was about to say, like, the first time we went there, there was like 3 drow there.
Just making sure.
Are places that live under the ground that we stand on. Many miles below us. There are also creatures that dwell there. It's not a very good place to travel if you're from the surface, from what I've heard.
Oh, It sounds very dark if it's underneath the ground.
It's the
Oh, is that?
name.
Oh. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Anyways, you might want to just put up a caution sign or something. We marked it, but more official sign would probably suffice better for wandering travelers along the high road.
Okay. I'll see if Barthin can cook anything up.
See, we
Thank you for the warning.
are here to protect the town as best as we can, so if we find any trouble, we will inform you of it.
Alright. No problem. Thank you.
Enjoy hiding in the house. Joel walks off. Go get jamming.
Alright. We will go to Eve. Eve, you walk over to where you remember the Wanderer Weasel being, and there is in fact a door with a sign next to it saying the Wandering Weasel.
Good. Before Eve attempts to enter, she will cast See Invisibility.
All right. Cast See Invisibility. Roll me a perception check.
I have not rolled above a 13 this whole night.
Happens, unfortunately. You look around and you see faint wisps of etherealness kind of floating about. Funny enough, it actually kind of goes around the door.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like there's like this constant wind coming from it almost. And look around even further, you see Jerry right behind you.
Startled me there, buddy. You tagging along for the ride?
Uh-huh.
Well, you're in for a treat then. We're about to see a very interesting place. Tell me, have you ever been outside of this plane?
No.
Well, let's change that then, shall we? Come take a look. And she went
Alright.
to the door.
And you open the door and... Hello and welcome to Wandering Weasel!
Good afternoon to you, Tommen.
Hello, Miss Eve. And hello, new friend. Hello!
I brought you an extra patron today.
A flumph. Don't get many flumps.
Eve is looking around while she is strolling inside. Does she see anything out of the ordinary from the last time now that she is looking with new eyes upon this location?
Let me think. Would be at the bar today. You look around and it doesn't look like there's it looks like today's a bit of a slow day, but you do see one person just kind of in the corner sipping on a drink. They appear humanoid, but with their hood up it's hard to tell what race.
And they're the only figure in there. No Loxodons or Drow or that one woman who hangs out by the counter as a bouncer-ish. I don't remember her name.
Oh, Lush is still there.
Okay.
Same seat.
Gotcha. Well, Eve nods to Lush as well, and
Mhm.
strolls right up to the bar and plops down on a stool. How's business doing, Tommen?
Well, it's a little slow today, but it's good to see a familiar face.
Absolutely delighted to be here. May I please get some of your lovely tomato soup? And maybe a little extra.
Some more tomato soup. I'm glad to see that it's catching on. Well then, 2 tomato soups. And, best to serve a flump. Unfortunately, we're a little slow today. Let me... And he starts rifling around underneath the bar. Let me see, is that still here? Ah, there it is. And he pulls out a gem and sets it down. That ought to be something. Mm-hmm.
What's the gem look
And
like?
Jerry just sort...
Sorry, go on.
And Jerry will just kind of float over to the gem and will broadcast. Tastes weird, but I can eat it.
What's the gem look
Just
like?
sort of- the gem kind of has this prismatic look to it, and it kind of shimmers in this light.
Ooh.
Actually, with your see invisibility on, because that's still on, you note it. You do actually see kind of these wisps kind of floating up and floating into Jerry.
Eve watches with interest and is like, you're really prepared for all sorts in here, aren't you?
Well, you don't get to be as successful as I am without being prepared for a few flumps. Lush just kind of groans at that. Wilnin comes out and sets 2 basil tomato soups in front of you, just like, there you go. Thank you for enjoying them so much.
Oh, not a problem. I actually don't think I tried this last time, but I'm very curious because my friends seem to love it.
That is most appreciative.
Thank you for your hard work.
And he'll give a nod and back into the kitchen.
Eve will look toward Tommen and be like, so actually, I was wondering, you're a consumer of all manner of stories and songs, I would assume, being in the line of work that you're in.
I am?
Eve kind of gets out her journal and opens it on the counter. I actually have something I've been working on. Still in the early stages, I've never actually played it before. Just written down the lyrics and a few chords. I was wondering if you could give me some feedback.
Well, certainly.
Excellent. Rubs her hands together, takes out her lyre. And she will sing
Make
a...
a perception check
Okay.
as you pull out your lyre.
Shit! God damn it!
Alright, you pull out your lyre.
Remember when I said I love everyone? I hate everything. Nevertheless, Eve pulls out her lyre and tunes it a little bit and begins to sing a short ditty about their adventures in the Goblin Cave specifically. Chilbro seems to be the protagonist of this story with his goblin facade that he put on. But she does include all of their adventures trying to rescue Sildar in that cave. She leaves out exactly 2 details, one of which was Virgil's chow time, and the other of which was the mysterious voice.
Very interesting. So that was a quite fine story.
Why, thank you. Any constructive criticism for me?
I once had a storyteller tell me that every story is better with a dragon. I'm not sure if that's true or not.
Well, if it needs a good sprinkling of dragon, I think I can definitely oblige on that one.
I thought it was good.
Thank you. Mr. Tommen.
And yes?
No, go ahead. Shoot.
Oh, I was just saying that a good story does need a good editor as well.
Really? Especially if you're new to the storytelling business.
Right.
No,
I will say, do be careful about cutting things out. It might not make sense if you include something else later. Main insight.
Yes, please, thank you. Shh, are you...
Yes, but anyway, you had something else to say?
Yes. Recovering from my low roll streak.
It'll pass. It always does.
I have one brief question for you as well. So, being the purveyor of fine goods in an establishment that gets all sorts of folks like this, I'm sure you're well aware of everyone who comes through here, right?
Yes.
You've kind
I
of...
like to think I am.
You've kind of, leans on her elbow as she's taking a spoonful of soup. So, you remember the other day when I was in here and, singing that story about where has that brave lass gone?
Yes.
Do you mind telling me who else was listening to that story in here?
Who else was listening?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, who was here? I know Lush was here, and Willen was in the kitchen. I was standing right here. Who else was here? I think, was that the day the Luxdon was in here?
Pardon? The Loxodon. I think I did see him as well.
Was it also the day the 3 drow? This is Max trying to remember. I do believe the drow were in there that day. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I think that's everyone that was in here.
Really? No, underage patrons were hanging around in this place on that day?
No.
Interesting. Meditatively eats her soup.
Would you like to try inciting him again?
No. Come on, Dice. Don't do this to me. I hate everything. I'm gonna eat my soup.
You enjoy a very warm and nice basil soup. And we will cut away to the rest of the party as they make their way to the Stonehill Inn.
What now, Master Virgil?
Virgil's going to look around the bar, see if he can see the ranch hand Jimmy anywhere.
You do see him at the bar.
Going to walk up his left side, pat him on the left shoulder, and look at him and oh,
It's you.
bring news, both good and bad.
Oh,
News is your ranch still stands and Big Al is fine.
oh, that's a relief.
So we went and got his prized cow Penelope back. She ran off.
Penelope? Her name is Petunia.
Yeah, shit, fuck. Names. Good news is there were casualties once we arrived.
Oh no.
All of the orcs there been dealt with. Fellow ranch hands, though, in their attempt to escape, ran into complications and unfortunately have fallen in battle. They did manage to take out orc or two in their attempts.
Oh. That's... Thank you for at least making sure that Big Al's alright.
He for you to return to the ranch as soon as possible, and he has news he wants to break to you himself.
Okay. I'll get going here soon. Thank you.
Joel is going to pull out of his small, not at this point small, but his purse and give Jimmy a set of gold coins.
That's not necessary.
You deserve a reward of some type for the actions and bravery you took to ride as long as you did and as hard as you did to us. If it wasn't for you, who knows what would have happened. Just be careful on your way back home.
Alright. Thank you. And he will turn and order a drink.
Max, can't remember. I know you said the horse looked terrible. We were before we went off on our mission, the horse die or no?
Before you left, the horse had not died.
Okay. Well, I would assume he still has his horse then.
So if we're in the Stone Hill, is there any evidence of this guy Raskin? It's been a couple days as well.
You're looking for who?
Raskin? I was looking at my notes for the quest board the last time we were in Phandalin. And I know
Yes, him.
John Johnson? I can't read my own handwriting. Raskin. Surveyor. Currently needs to go to the Mountain Toe gold mine.
Yes. You do see a rather well-dressed man sitting here in the inn.
I'll point that out to guess. I mean, Lulu has been kind of fluttering in the background, so of this group, it feels like Virgil is the one who's in charge. So I'll point that out, like, hey, it's the guy. One of the, I mean, the dwarf quest is all done, but that's the other guy. If we want to talk to him.
I'm sorry, Bosch. It's been quite a few days. What did we need to talk to him about again?
There's this, I think his name's Raskin. He needs to go to the mine about 15 miles away with an escort. The Mountain Toe gold mine. Does the mention of a gold mine, does Chilbu's ear prick up at all? Is he actually with us?
How much?
Let me look in my notes. I think it says 100 gold pieces.
Let's go.
But we probably need to talk to this guy first.
Alright,
Bring him too.
Virgil will approach the man that Bosch points out.
Yes.
Are you Raskin?
Why, yes, sir. That is my name.
My friend here has informed me that you are in need of an escort to the mines.
He kind of scoffs at escort. Not really in need of an escort, but my employers insist that I have one. Do I assume that's you?
We are not hired by your employers, but we can take you to the mines if you wish.
Well, my employers contracted the town master.
And yes, are your escort.
Excellent. Well, you're in for the easiest job of your life, because old Don John Raskin here, I'm a bit of a seasoned adventurer myself.
Oh, dude, you want to tell us some stories about all the stuff you've done?
Absolutely.
Oh,
One time, there were these dire wolves bearing down on my old trading post I had on the outskirts of Neverwood. Must have been 15 of them. And he will go on recounting his exploits very happily. You can roll an insight if you want.
I completely trust him. I'm not going to roll insight.
That's what I said if you want.
I trust him too.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah. At 15, I'm like, this guy took on 15 die. Mm-mm.
Hire him.
But I believe it.
You believe the confidence in the confidence that he's telling the story.
He's one of us. He gets an equal share.
That means less money for you.
He's worth it. Take down
Oh.
the dragon.
Maybe Raskin wants to sign your contract too.
Bro.
I don't really need a share. I'm getting paid my own way by my employers.
There is a.
Shares for you guys and for you alone.
You're currently short of our party. She's off to another tavern in town. But we will inform her that we have another job, and it is to escort Sir Raskin to the mines. And for that, I'm assuming we get paid once we reach the mines.
Yeah, all you gotta do is get me there safely.
When do you wish to
It
leave?
actually probably would be best if we left in the morning, so that way we had an actual day worth of travel. Because, let's see, it's about 15 miles to get there. If we left now, it'd be just past nightfall, and, well, I'd like some light when we get there. Or at least to set up.
Completely understandable.
If you want to come with and keep telling some of your great stories, I feel like I kind of owe Veritas a bowl of soup at least. I kind of tricked him. Veritas, you want to this wandering weasel?
Soup. By the way, I'm a great sword right now.
I know.
Virgil, do you mind?
No, not at all. In fact, here, he will hand Bosch Veritas. You owe him a bowl. You have the physique to easily carry him. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Raskin, you want to come with? And try this bar out. It's pretty neat.
No, thank you. I think I'm quite comfortable right here. But please enjoy yourself.
All right. See you in the morning. So
Good evening.
Soup.
I'll head off with Veritas to the Wandering Weasel.
Does Chilbu stay at the Stone Hill with Virgil, or?
Who wants a drink?
All right. He is happy to serve you once again. All right. Bosch heads to the Wandering Weasel. Welcome to the Wandering Weasel.
Oh, hey, good seeing you again.
Soup.
Friend here, you
Good to
recognize
see
him,
you.
right?
Yes, I recognize old Veritas. Oh, Bosch, I need you to roll a perception check,
Sure.
as well as Veritas.
18.
You both notice that there's a rapier outside the door.
Familiar?
Yes.
Everything.
But oh shit.
Veritas can't hold it. My hands are very full, but I will pick up the rapier and walk in with 2 swords, as threateningly as I possibly can.
Here to eat soup and kick ass.
I'm all out of soup.
All right. Boss, roll a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Okay. With advantage.
Oh, shit, fuck.
Oh,
All right, you pick up the sword, no problem.
Oh. I head on in. Looks like it's just Cassandra and mystery figure in there, so be easy to hear.
And Jerry.
and
And Jerry, yes.
And Jerry,
You see
yeah.
Jerry.
Hello, one who is
Hello.
called Jerry.
Hello.
I these along. Definitely owe Veritas some soup. I mean, can we get him a bowl of soup?
Oh, hey fellas, I actually already got a bowl in preparation. Figured you might be wanting one, Veritas.
Veritas slowly shrinks, and then the sword goes limp as it turns into a whip.
Got you right here. I'll put the end of the whip into the soup. kind of flourished and just looked sitting outside. See it out there?
Eve looks around the tavern again. No, I don't remember doing so, but I'm a little absent-minded sometimes, so these things do happen. Thank you for picking it up for me.
I think you must have dropped it, Eve.
Silly me. She'll take it back from you.
As the soup's burbling.
Yeah, don't mind him there.
I'm okay, Missy. As you hear a voice in your head.
Just making sure. Sorry, boss, didn't grab anything for you. You wasn't sure what you wanted?
I was just getting to that, yeah. Tommen, what's the sweetest drink you have?
I do have some orange juice. Or are you wanting something a bit more exotic?
I don't know. I was looking for something really sweet, but okay, maybe.
I can get you a nice. I believe it is a lemon drop.
Good.
That's what it's called. It's a lemon something. Oh, lemon shake up. That's what it's called. Very sweet, also very sour.
I think the two go together.
All right. And he will reach under the bar and pull out a shaker, shake it up, and pour it out into a glass in front of you. It is it looks like lemon juice. Do you drink it?
Yeah, of course I do.
It is extremely sweet. It is probably the sweetest thing you ever had. It tastes like it was made with water, lemon, and sugar.
Okay.
With a heavy helping of sugar.
Barely hits the spot. It's with an orange juice.
Ah,
Compliments
Would you like
to the chef. Burr, 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 burr.
well done, you've done it again. The whip really likes your soup. Thank you. Hear from the back.
So yeah, so I'll fill Cassandra and Jerry in on negotiations in the Stonehill.
Neat.
I love Jerry.
So an escort mission this time, is that right? Interesting.
It sounds like easy money. I mean, this guy took on 15 wargs. They're all set.
By himself?
Alright.
Oh, that's what he said.
Skilled it again.
Impressive.
I also think he said he did it barehanded.
Why? Sounds like quite a character.
Hmm. I mean, it's 15 miles. What could go wrong?
This last word.
Gosh, do you remember what happened when we went to look for a cow that one time? What could go wrong? We're just looking for a cow.
We found her.
I mean, we certainly did. That's a fair point. Jerry, will you be tagging along with us? Or are you going to stay here?
I actually like this place. A lot of positive energy in here. Oh, except for right there. And he points over at Lush's seat. To Lush responds with flipping Jerry off.
I mean, there's going to be one in every room, so it's not a big deal. Oh,
Well, Jerry, you're welcome to stick around. I suppose you don't really need to sleep as a flump, so I don't know. If you're on the bar, I guess.
Oh, we lost our mascot.
well, now the Wandering Weasel has maybe a new bartender.
Oh no, I can't change it from the Wandering Weasel.
I mean, he can help you out though. Maybe he can wash dishes.
He does have a lot of tentacles.
It's a strength he has.
The one who's called Jerry could also be a waiter.
I'll give him a test run. See how it goes.
At this point, Veritas has finished the soup.
My, that was quick.
It was very satisfying.
With lemon shake-up, Some good stuff. Recommend it.
Very sweet.
Mm-hmm. Makes your teeth hurt.
Well, that sounds pleasant.
Fastest way to cavities this side of Neverwinter.
Oh, you're really selling it.
Hmm.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, so we have got that escort thing. Maybe want to go back to the hole? Or is that good now? I mean, you drew the arrow in the dirt. Think we're all good?
I mean, if it's as small a hole as our friend here Jerry says. Hello. I can't see it being too much of a problem, unless, of course, something makes it bigger. I don't know. I think it might be a good idea to go back and check on it at some point, but probably not a priority, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's the dragon. That's probably...
Yeah, that's a bit bigger of an issue, I think. Especially now that it might have a bit of a grudge. Oh dear. Oh, we probably shouldn't spend too much time here, actually.
I mean, maybe Raskin can help with the dragon. Sounds like he's pretty tough.
Oh, got a lot of confidence in this fellow's abilities. That's great. We could definitely use a strong fighter on our team as well. But nevertheless, I really wouldn't be a good idea to hang around in a place like this too long if the dragon is, actively hunting for us or anything. Wouldn't want to bring too much trouble upon this place. So, she'll kind of get up from her stool, by which I mean hop down and be probably barely above eye level of the counter. We should probably get going then.
Veritas is asleep.
Oh.
He is Noodle.
I'll get you, buddy.
The whip
Have to go
is
home, but you
somehow
can't stay
even
here.
more flexible than normal. Well, I hope to see you again real soon.
Yeah, well, on the next time.
Until next time.
Thanks for your hospitality! She hurries toward the door.
See you later. As the music fades, heading out the door.
While that was going on, Joel would have made his way over to shrine area where I'm assuming Sister Grella's home is like the church or nearby it.
Yes, it was pointed out to you before by, oh gosh, her name from Umbrage Hill. What was it?
Beth. No, Umbrage Hill. What was her name? Not that
Gwen?
paper.
I definitely started with... Yes, it was Gwen.
Something weird.
Gwen.
Adabra Bryn. Yes. Because you know that's where Sister Grella's home is, because that is where she is staying. She pointed it out to you.
Approaches the shrine. What does it currently look like?
anything to describe. The shrine is made of stones taken from the nearby ruins, it looks like. But the symbology around it suggests that it would be. How about you make a religion check, actually? That's good enough. It looks as though it is to the goddess Timora, goddess of luck and good fortune. And you also see... Oh, and she's not there.
Buddy's home.
You don't see anyone at the shrine, no. I thought she was there, but she's not. Never mind.
He would go to the sister's house. Just, he's assuming that the title sister is like a religious thing and not a family thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he just gently knocks on her door, hopefully waiting for an answer.
The door opens, and you see Miss Gwyn. Oh, hello, Virgil. What brings you by?
Well, I actually am here to talk to, sorry, is this actually your sister's house, or is
No,
Grenella's
this is Sister Gorella's house. She runs the shrine here, but she had to run off on an errand to Neverwinter.
Ah. Would you mind
I'm
if I
terribly sorry.
came in and talked to you for a minute then?
Oh, certainly.
He'll
step aside and let you in.
he'll enter and kind of just once over the area. What's like the decor in here? Is it?
It's very plain. You're in a kind of a simple sitting room kind of style thing. I think there's a nice little couch with a coffee table, quote unquote.
Quote unquote. Is there any religious iconography here, like maybe a statue of some type of a Timora shrine, but in her house, or anything like that?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Mother.
Oh, that's good enough. You see on a shelf, isolated by itself, which is odd, you see a single gold coin.
Walk over to it, but not touching it or anything. And
On the gold coin, you see a woman's depiction surrounded by four-leaf clovers. You would recognize that as the symbol of Timora.
yes, sorry to disturb you, Madam Gwyn, but I would only assume that residents of this place was a woman of faith, really of a order maybe, and I was looking for her guidance in a way.
Oh, well, I do apologize, but unfortunately she's in Neverwinter right now. But I can let her know that you're looking for her when she comes back.
I'd greatly appreciate that. But in the meantime, how have you been since the transition of Windmill to here? Everything going smoothly?
Yes, it has been going smoothly. I've been making do with what I've been able to set up out back. Trying not to cause any chemical burns inside someone else's house, you know. I've managed to brew up a few potions, but it has been slow.
Understandable. May I inquire what those potions are or what they may do?
I'm trying to stock up on potions of healing if we're attacked by goblins, orcs, or very worse, the dragon. Need to be prepared. But that's not to say that I won't sell any. I do have some for sale.
No, I wish to take from your stock, especially if, in case anything like that does happen, those will be like, needed.
Oh, please. Buying a potion purchases enough supplies for me to make 2 more.
Well, I mean, if it helps you out and helps the people of Phandalin and protects them in some form, then I'd gladly purchase one.
All right. It'll cost you 50 gold pieces.
That is not a problem. We recently came into gold from being a farmer by the name of Big Al in his ranch.
Oh, Big Al at Butterskull?
Heard of him?
Well, yes, he was kind of a famous sheriff at Tribor.
He was in need and we rushed over there to assist him. The Master Harbin paid us handsomely for assisting him.
That's good to hear.
And he will reach
Here-
into his pocket and gold down.
And she will hand you a potion of healing.
+2, right?
Hmm?
Asking you, this just a normal one, the 2d4 +2?
Yeah, it's just a normal one.
Hopefully those help you out with your alchemical processes. I would greatly appreciate, like I said, if you informed that Grinnell's had a visitor here. If you could inform her of who I am, maybe help of my
Certainly do
visage.
that.
I will not take up any more of your time. Have a lovely night, and thank you for the potion. It will go to good use.
Thank you. I hope it doesn't need to be used, but just in case.
And Virgil will exit. Stop at the shrine for a second. Just look over it. Assuming there's like a bowl or something where people make offerings, or is it just people lay stuff out?
It does look like there is a kind of like a pile that sort of like it. Yeah, it's a bowl with gold coins in it.
He will 1 gold coin and put it into the bowl and just mutter, "Need all the luck we can get."
Roll another religion check.
Just piss somebody off. Look at this shit, man.
Alright. You have put a coin in the offering of the Lady of Lux. Oh.
For that, he'll make his way back to the Stonehill Inn.
Alright. You get there about the same time as everyone else does. Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
Bosh, do you mind holding on to Veritas for the night?
It's not a problem, I guess. I was gonna make sure he made it back. He's kind of. I think he passed out.
He's a whip again.
Uh,
It's like that. There has to be some. Did anyone else eat the tomato soup? Because every time he eats it, he sleeps.
I mean, Cassandra had the same soup. Was it good? Good soup?
I'm sorry, am I there? Was that to me?
Oh yeah, you're the. Yes, you're,
No.
you're all there. You're all at the still at Hill.
Yeah, I actually had some myself. It was quite delicious. I don't think it was spiked or anything, because I'm still fine.
Maybe he just likes a hot meal or something. Oh, assuming Bosch has informed you that we in the morning.
Yes, I heard an escort mission, it seems. Bosch mentioned this fellow being quite capable in combat.
You should have been here to hear his stories. You would have enjoyed them.
Let's hear some more.
Absolutely, seems like I missed out. Well, we've got plenty of time on the road with him, I suppose, so I'll make sure to ask him then.
I think it's
Sorry, Go ahead.
I think it's time that we all ending down. I'm going to go to my room and go to bed, calling an early night.
Fair enough.
Virgil's gonna walk up room.
Have a good one.
And
I'm gonna
what
make
was
sure.
Marsh saying?
Oh, first off, out of character, I realized I've been switching. Eve, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry about
Probably on my bullshit if that happens.
it. I did very quietly at one point, but then I was like, yeah, it's fine.
You're not the only one.
No.
Bosch breaks the fourth wall.
At some point, I'll get it right. But yeah, in character, Bosch's gonna go bed. I think I need to get him. He needs to get to bed. He's done. I'm gonna take Veritas up and put him to bed. I'm literally gonna take him. We each have rooms to ourselves? Question mark.
Yes, you each got your own room.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll lay Veritas in whip form on the pillow on the bed, and curl up, go to sleep.
Alright. So what has Chilbu been doing?
Yeah, I think Childu has just been drinking. How long has it been?
Probably about an hour.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, Chobu will just, with a nice buzz, go upstairs and get some sleep.
All right.
Boo is slowly turning into Wes.
Revenge.
As long as he doesn't turn into Wendell. And Miss Eve?
Yep. Everyone is heading to bed. Eve will do the same thing, do her nightly journal writing, stare probingly into the corners of her room, cast see invisibility one more time since she hasn't used many spells today.
You look around, seeing faint wisps. Roll a perception check.
I'm gonna do this all the time now.
Eve is slowly turning into that actress from The Invisible Man. Someone's in that chair.
It's unfortunate she can't see it.
Looking around, you just see the faint bits of ethereal matter just floating around. And you don't notice anything in particular.
Everyone has bad days.
Dear Lord. What gods of RNG did I piss off today?
I've literally had a whole week of rolling below 10.
Oh. That
Happens.
is unfortunate. But yep, nope. Eve's just gonna do her nightly journaling routine. Just go to bed.
All right.
You've seen
All bed down.
actually
Long rest.
Virgil, when he goes into his room, he's going to take armor and everything off, but he's take a chair that's just like sitting next to the desk and put his cloak on it and get the cloak and just he just talks to himself and hopes that there might be reply to one of his questions that he keeps asking, which is like, why me? What is this evil that you want me to fight and all that? So trying to make some form of connection, and he doesn't know how to do it.
Right. Roll me religion with advantage.
I think that's gonna help.
All right. With a 14, you get a single word, a name, more or less. Still Havity.
It's a name?
And that is where we'll end today's session.
Oh.
Type that out. Still have any?
I'm going to double check my own spelling, make sure that I have it right.
And so the plot thickens.
Like tomato soup.
Mmm. Still Havity.
I feel like that's like 6 words combined.
You rearrange them, and then it actually makes out of like an actual like a code.
Yeah. Oh man, fuck. Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Walk into my room, yarn everywhere to threads of paper.
Concerned with noises.